The November 10th, 2021 special call meeting of the Dixon County School Board is now in session. For the record, I would like to recognize that our school board members are present except for Mr. Rick Mullins. In addition, Tanya Baker, clerk, and Ms. Robinson, division superintendent, are also present. At this time, would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and a moment of silence. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board members, we have the agenda for tonight's meeting. Are there any additions or changes to the agenda?
Mr. Resnick, we would like to recommend to remove closed session from the agenda tonight.
Do we have a motion to remove the agenda for tonight?
So moved.
Second. The closed session agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Our first agenda item is public hearing, PPEA proposal for the new wing at the elementary school. Mr. Ellswick.
Good evening, everyone. It's good to be back and to see everyone. Hope you're doing well. Since I'm the only agenda item, I will try to be quick tonight so you can get home for dinner. But the purpose of the meeting tonight is to hold a public hearing based on the proposal that the school system received for design and construction of a new addition to the elementary school for a classroom wing, which is required by the PPEA process. As you recall, the school system received an unsolicited proposal from Questenberry's Construction, who was teamed with ZMM Architects and the Lane Group, same team that's designing and building the elementary school for this new wing. The school system elected to accept that proposal and consider it for an evaluation, which you've done. And we also actually put out a notice and requested competing proposals if anyone was interested, in which we received no responses. So there's one proposal being considered. We have actually went back to Questenberry's Construction and requested some additional information from them and some clarifications based on the proposal that was received, which is due to us here in about a week. And we've actually started entering into negotiations of an interim agreement, which would be for design-paid services only. So with that, our intentions are to finalize that agreement and bring it back to you for your review and approval at your next meeting, which I understand is December 15th.
Yes, sir.
So we've got a lot of work to do between now and then, but it's pretty much the same process we went through for the elementary school. So we've got a template for a contract, and the terms and conditions are going to be very similar. So we think we can get there and be in a position to present a contract to you at that time. So with that, I'll answer any questions you may have, and then I guess we open it up for public comment and go from there.
Mr. Ellswick, can you tell us a little bit, is it appropriate to talk a little bit about what that new wing may look like or what some of the proposals are?
Well, that's still confidential in all the details of what they presented, but it's a classroom addition, so it's adding classrooms to the existing school. And I think it's been our goal all along to maximize the size of that school with the dollars that you have, and luckily you got about $5 million of ESSER funds to assist with that. So, we're going to maximize it, the use of that $5 million and get as much space as we can. We don't have a lot of, as Tim will attest to, there's not a lot of room to build on anymore, but we're doing the best we can to try to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Other questions for Mr. Ellswick? Or?
Can you speak of size, Mr. Ellswick? Like, we talk square footage, maybe number of rooms. Is that anything you can give us a little insight about?
It's still in the works. Like I said, we're trying to get as many as we can. We're thinking somewhere in the neighborhood, we're trying to get 4 to 6 more classrooms. It's just working through the details of can we make that fit on this end of the building. You got fire egress and you got other things you got to do there, but that's our goal, to try to hopefully get 6, if we can get more. We've talked about some collaboration spaces around there that's similar to some other areas of school, so trying to make all that fit. Square footage is still kind of up in the air right now.
Well, Jason asked pretty much the same question I was going to ask as well, and I do remember seeing something, I think, from you, Ms. Robinson, this week about planning the area for the playground. Is that something that's happened simultaneously with that, or?
Yes, sir. And just to go back just a little bit, last week, Mr. Burge and Mr. Taylor were with us, and the new elementary school committee looked at furniture for the new school, and it's beautiful, the colors and all of that. Next week, we are sitting, having a Zoom meeting to discuss the playground and equipment. And I think, and Tim, help me if I'm wrong, what we're looking at is a K through 2, 3 playground with suitable playground equipment for those children, also some of our more fragile children. And then we're looking at another playground with appropriate playground equipment for 3rd, 4th, and 5th grade.
Okay.
Mr. Burge, is that what you recall? That meeting will be on Thursday at 1 o'clock. And again, we'll invite the new elementary teachers, which committee, which is comprised of teachers and administrators from all 3 elementary schools, for their input on that.
And that playground area has always been designated kind of at the front school, kind of near the hillside. It's just been what type of equipment, everything is going to go in that area. So
Okay.
it's on the other side from where the classroom addition is going to go.
And we're very excited because, you know, to actually have new playground equipment that's adaptable, you know, we've not designed a new elementary playground. And so there's quite a lot of excitement with that. And we loved where we were going. And we really feel that, that this designer knows what we need with that. So we were very pleased with that.
They don't have the metal slides like they used to.
Excuse me, no metal
The
slides.
ones that are
no.
really hot in the summer.
Yeah. Yeah, those are. I love those metal slides, but I understand now
Yeah, you got to go fast.
that they're hazard. Mr. Ellsworth, you know, if we go through this process, we're still on for opening the new wing in the fall of 2023, is that correct?
Yeah, if we stay on the schedule that we're on, if we go, the school board approves the contract, the first contract for design on December 15th, the idea is, you know, right then immediately there, shortly thereafter, design's going to start, and that they would plan to design it probably until, you know, next summer, which is the summer you open the new school, and then construction would start at that point on the wing addition, and then it'd be ready for the next fall. So it'd probably be done before the next fall, but we still got to get furniture in it and things like that. So, but that's correct, fall 2023.
And again, I want to ask you one more question because you brought this up. In one of our core meetings, the last core meeting that we had, Mr. Ellswick was there and asked a great question. We've invited the Corps to be a part of the new wing from the very beginning, so they've known what we're going to do. But it was good to hear, and you may want to elaborate on that, Curtis. You know, they were just like, we're ready. You know, we understand the building K through 5 is going to be finished. You're going to be adding this new wing, and you may just want to share that conversation because I thought that was an excellent conversation.
Yeah, we wanted to make it, you know, bring it to their attention that, you know, the idea is if this classroom wing moves forward, you know, it doesn't make a lot of sense to put brand new exterior on this side of the building over here if you're getting ready to tear it right back off and put an addition. So the idea is we're going to put a temporary facade on there, but, you know, that doesn't prevent the school from being occupied and the school, you know, and we just wanted to let them know that there's a design change going to happen, but, you know, it's just 'cause we're saving money. We don't want to put some up and tear it back down. And they're like, that's fine with us, you know.
Yes.
They're just looking forward to the project being complete.
Yeah, and that was hadn't thought about that, but, you know,
Yeah,
they
we just-
could say, you know, we want the building finished, and then you can add on the new wing, so that was certainly,
Right.
certainly good news.
Yeah.
You can kind of see the, I guess, the early part of the construction out here on the entrance, where you're going to be able to make the left turn back there. Is that the plan for that to be ready at the same, before, I guess,
that?
school starts next summer
George, would
or
you like
next
to
fall?
address the board? Because we just now had a meeting on that this
Okay.
week.
Yeah.
That will probably be ready in the next few weeks.
Oh, okay, well,
We're waiting on the curb subcontractor to get through in Abingdon at that sports complex, and then he's coming here and do that curb, and we'll get the asphalt. Well, the goal is to get it asphalted before they close the plants this winter.
I got you. Okay.
My understanding is the school system prefer we go ahead and do that so people can start getting acclimated to how that
Yes.
traffic
Yeah.
flow is going to work.
You don't have to go all the way through the parking lot to come back.
Yes.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That's
Plus, if you
correct.
go into sports events, you just turn left and go out there.
It's actually going to work better.
It'll actually
yeah.
also help with the traffic in the mornings with the students and kids that drive to school and the
Certainly.
teachers. They can go left and go park. They don't have to go over here to where the middle school is.
Yeah, that's you know, I had a kid that went to middle school during that time. It creates a little bit more congestion going around the middle school side there. And if you could just have the kids that drive to school not have to go through
Yes.
that'll help a lot.
And we had a meeting, and we think it's going to be a great improvement
Yeah.
even now.
That's great to hear.
We were concerned that to wait to implement that at the beginning of the next school year, you know, too much. So if we would all get used to it, took us a little bit to get used to the roundabout, so just go ahead and let's get that, and then people are used to it before we open up the elementary school. And as many sports as we have in the spring back there, behind the building, that's going to be a great, great help.
Yeah, and there is a signage, wayfinding signage plan, so there'll be signage out there, so clearly go this way to the elementary school, you know, and that sort of thing. And Kim and I were talking the other day, and he's contacting the sign company that did the sign out front that says high school, middle school, to look at how can we add something that says elementary school so people know you still have to go through the main
Yes.
entrance of campus
Yeah.
to get there. So we're working on that.
Is there any other business to discuss?
We don't have public here to make any comments, so unless the board has any other questions or anything else. Okay, I'm sorry, Mr. Resnick, I
That's
just
okay, you're doing good.
wanted to make sure the public had an opportunity.
Hearing none, do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor, please say yes.
All right.
Aye.
Opposed? The meeting is now adjourned.